Hello, dear friends. Good evening. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Because in the Russian room, I cannot see myself. Well, let's start our next session on Cryptounit blockchain. And this is our session number 5, the final one of the course Fundamentals of Blockchain. And I'm really happy to be today's host. My name is Klavdiya Pivneva. I am from Ukraine, Kherson. I'm a private investor, a business coach, and a host of the training game Genius of Finance, and as a co-owner of the Global Investment Portfolio. Could you please share your feedbacks in the chat box of how you find this course? Today is the 5th session, the final session. Whether you were looking forward to it or whether you like it, give me 2 if you really like this course, if you have obtained some new knowledge, something new about blockchain or Cryptounit blockchain, its tokens, and many other things. Thank you. I see a lot of tools in all the chats, and today we will continue our topic, the fundamentals of blockchain, but we'll detail it further. Today, we will talk about Cryptounit's blockchain partner companies, how this partnership increases interest in Cryptounit blockchain and increases token profitability. We will learn 4 areas of new token creation. And in addition to that, I believe some of you will find it interesting and you may actually try to create your own tokens on Cryptounit blockchain, as well as we will discuss a unique scheme to bring together interests of clients, businessmen, and investors all in one ecosystem. Well, and today we will discuss this in detail. Look, blockchain, cryptocurrencies, we hear these words quite often, but not everyone understands the prospects of these technologies in our daily life. And I believe that the previous 4 sessions and today's one, the last one, will expand your mindsets and you will understand how powerful this technology is and how active it is integrated into our daily life. Next slide, please. Thank you. Well, dear friends, we've already discussed that Cryptounit blockchain, and many of you know about UGPay Group AG, and Cryptounit blockchain is a part of UGPay Group AG. UGPay Group AG includes a lot of companies. Next slide, please. And we will see which companies I'm talking about. And this company in particular looks like a combination, is a holding that includes a lot of different companies. And we call this company a creator of the global investment portfolio, allowing each participant to join and to become a co-owner of the global investment portfolio through a WCRU token. Next slide, please. The mission of UGPay Group AG is to implement new economic evolution of the world. And we will come back to it today as well. Well, honestly speaking, the key word here is evolution, not revolution, but evolution. And actually, our life changes daily. And these changes they are for the better. Can you hear me? Because I was interrupted for some point. Okay, thank you. So I see your feedback, whether you can hear me. Thank you, Aloka. Well, thanks to the global investment portfolio, the implementation of NEEW and the introduction of blockchain technologies, we create a new environmentally friendly space where industries are designed to be the beginning of the new economy. The company UGPay Group AG was registered. Next slide, please. The company UGPay Group AG is registered in Switzerland, and as you can read in this slide, it was approved by the Securities and Exchange Commission of the United States. This is a regulator which supervises whether the companies are not financial pyramids, and the fact of us getting an approval of SEC is an important milestone. UGPay Group is a unique project and is an issuer holder, and as you already know from our previous sessions, this company, this unique project, is also the seller of WCRU investment tokens. And UGPay Group is a unique project that allows anyone to become a co-owner of the global investment portfolio. This portfolio includes a lot of different segments: filmmaking industry, gold mining, diamond production. And I'm very pleased to know that this portfolio also includes a package of over 100 shares and 100 cryptocurrencies. This is another investment instrument, including real estate and many other projects. And these projects span across the world. And today we will have a look only at some of them, those that are associated, so those projects in the global investment portfolio that have some linkages with Cryptounit blockchain. Next slide, please. Thank you. And here we see some of the companies that have direct linkage to Cryptounit blockchain. And today we will have a look at this linkage and how these companies that are included into the global investment portfolio, how they impact Cryptounit tokens and their promotion and their return. And today we will discuss all this in detail. As you already know, UGPay Group is an exclusive distributor of WCRU tokens and is a holder of the global investment portfolio. So literally speaking, it unites all these projects. And there is another project, crypto exchange UNITEX, NDE, Global UnitPay, this is global payment system, and the Academy of Private Investor that gives us a wide spectrum of education and trainings on financial literacy and such an occupational qualification as an investment consultant, so that you can work for different financial institutions. Now, let us talk in detail about each of these projects, companies, and how they are linked with Cryptounit blockchain. Well, and what is important? Blockchain, Cryptounit blockchain issues tokens, and they could be sold and bought at UNITEX exchange. In the chat box, I see a question that there is one company missing, very important. I will agree it. I agree with it, but we will talk about it later. So the first thing we will have a look at is UNITEX crypto exchange. Next slide, please. And UNITEX exchange intends to become #1 in STO tokens. As you know from session 1 and the forthcoming sessions, STO tokens are security tokens that are digital shares. And among these security shares, UNITEX would like to become #1. And this niche is still vacant, and it will get more and more popular. And why? We will discuss during today's session. Next slide, please. One of the key goals of the UNITEX crypto exchange is to provide projects a possibility to tokenize their assets during issue of new tokens on the Cryptounit blockchain, as well as provide them a reliable and compliant trade space. UNITEX is established in Estonia, and it provides services for the management of crypto wallets. And accordingly, what is very important to know about UNITEX? UNITEX is most linked with Cryptounit blockchain, as you know, and we will discuss it. Not only companies, but not only UGPay Group AG issues its tokens, but it gives a similar chance to many other companies and even individuals to issue their tokens. And by doing this, not only issue, but the possibility for them to be traded at crypto exchange. What is another role? At UNITEX exchange, there are different tokens available, but the most important ones are 4 that are Cryptounit blockchain tokens. We know these tokens already: WCRU, CRU, UNTB, and USDU. They are all available at UNITEX exchange. Next slide, please. This is the way the exchange looks like. There are transformations and developments. This exchange is quite young, and it is only in operation since March 2021. But please note, despite its early age, this exchange has already had a volume of sales of over 160 million US dollars, although it has been in operation since this March. Well, what else do I need to tell you about this exchange? For many new people and those partners who get our course or will rewatch the recordings and will understand the value of those tokens issued by Cryptounit blockchain. But it's very important that you may buy these tokens at the early stage with a good discount provided. But honestly speaking, I believe that some WCRU holders, when they get over 500% return after selling, so someone got these tokens as a gift and an increase is 500% in their capital, so they believe that it is high time to sell them without understanding the value of this token. And therefore, those people who today study the financial literacy and understand the prospects of this young, but at the same time, very promising business can take advantage of this and buy CRU tokens and UNTB tokens already at the exchange, unfrozen. But what else do I want to tell you here? When you buy, for instance, a lot of partners ask me quite often, and where is the value of world CRU or CRU? And why is this token sold and bought at the exchange? If you are interested in the value of this CRU token, give me 5 in the chat box so that I can understand that you are interested in this question as well. Thank you, Aloka, Felix. Look, this is a frequently asked question. A person says, I failed to convert my CRUs, and what should I do? And why is the price like this on the market? And why there are some people who are still buying them? So, and then let us three reasons or 3 important aspects. So the first one is those tokens, CRU tokens that are traded at UNITEX exchange, they are unfrozen, meaning they are liquid, they are accessible, and anytime you may exchange, transfer them peer-to-peer. So they are free for your selling and exchanging or transferring. So the second aspect is that this unfrozen state allows you to mine it through staking, meaning you may stake your CRU for UNTB, and this way you will get every second some earning in UNTB. So you stake unfrozen CRU and earn UNTB. Another important aspect is that 3 years after, you can, 3 years after, there will be a period of 1 month, 1 month and a half to convert your CRU into world CRU at the prices available in spring 2021. And those who converted, they were quite pleased because today the conversion rate is different and sometimes people are confused. But if you failed to convert your CRU tokens or you bought them at UNITEX exchange, then a good option is to stake them, and they will stake a solid number of UNTB over these 3 years, and UNTB are liquid. You may convert them into money or convert them to improve the capacity of your blockchain, or 3 years after, convert it into world CRU under the privileged conditions with minimum commission. And considering that in 3 years, the portfolio will be expanded and it will have more and more companies in, and each world CRU token will generate a good income as expected, then can you compare, can you understand the difference between this or your return? Therefore, please value your Cryptounit tokens and try to protect, to preserve them, because if you start selling them at this price, it's similar to your selling Bitcoin in 2010, 2011 at $1 US. If the holders of Bitcoin would anticipate the value of Bitcoin 7 years after, they will never agree to sell them. Well, therefore, you will be able to take advantage of this. And also remember, if you have your CRUs frozen, then you may update every 10 days or every month, as a part of these CRUs will be unfrozen, and you may stake them for UNTB, and after some time you will be able to convert them into World CRU. Most importantly, follow the news of the company to do it timely, because this period for the conversion under the privileged terms and conditions will last only 1 month, 1 month and a half. Well, there is the fourth aspect, but those people who were at the closed meeting, you know that there are different types of income, and unfortunately at the open webinar we may not share this. So if possible, attend the closed meetings. The closed meetings we have every second Saturday, and there you will learn some more secrets. Thank you very much for your giving some hints to me. Well, I believe it's more or less everything I wanted to share with you about UNITEX exchange. So I wanted to share with you very good information. And we may continue. Next slide, please. And hopefully you managed to understand the benefits of UNITEX exchange. But in addition, I'd like to tell you that those holders or traders that go to UNITEX exchange, if they are holders of these tokens at the exchange, they hold them there. These tokens do not earn UNTB for them. And if, for instance, UNTB that are at UNITEX exchange, you may not stake them for CPU, RAM, NAT. This is what we discussed in our previous sessions. Therefore, those who would like to trade, there are several options here for them. First of all, I believe that I'm a new person to trading, but UNITEX exchange gave me at least one income, quite good income I managed to earn at the exchange. And you know, I noticed that a lot of professional traders or starting traders, those who know much more than I do, they, by knowing a lot of secrets of trading and analyzing the market, they managed to earn much more while selling. And many of them increased substantially their starting capital. And therefore, please note that yes, there will be those willing to sell, but the token holders or those who would like to buy even more, and I believe the crossroads between Cryptounit blockchain and UNITEX exchange are very solid. So a part of your tokens kept on Cryptounit blockchain or got as a gift, you may sell them at exchange, or you may actually buy some tokens at the exchange and then stake them on blockchain and earn your additional income. So look, they are interlinked. You can benefit from the income from mining and from staking. Okay, so now let's move on to the next part of our today's session. And this is new digital evolution or digital guarantees. Look, I have been looking forward to learning more about this company and its advantages. over 1 year, it's been in operation in Italy, and Italians, those who are listening to me and those who will listen to the recording, congratulations, because today you enjoy some of the products already enjoy we are talking about. And it's great that today this company offers opportunities for many people around the world. And it's cool, it's great, I'm excited. And new digital evolution, at our previous session, Olga Skalibok told you what a smart contract is, and we know that on Cryptounit blockchain there will be smart contracts incorporated that will be implemented through new digital guarantees. Next slide, please. And this is the company which offers a number of services. The first one is training in digital technologies. There are 2 licenses, AIM, M, and A. These are licenses for individuals, and the other 4 are for business owners, corporations, or holdings. The professional training in how you can create smart contracts on blockchain and get an automatic guarantee for individuals and for different businesses. You may conclude smart contracts, different formats of them, between individuals or customer to customer. So peer-to-peer or customer to customer. The next format is business to business, business to customer, and they could be concluded among individuals, businesses, banks, and financial institutions. There are a lot of options available. Next slide, please. And look, the evolution of transaction collateralization. If you remember before, the transactions were concluded in the following way. So sometimes the counterparties came to some agreement, simply verbally, by shaking their hands, so the reputation mattered a lot. And for some people, it was enough, but not all these transactions were met afterwards. So those transactions implemented by shake of hand. So, but after that, there was a security or a collateral provided, and generally the guarantor was a bank most frequently. If you want to create something, and if you would like to get some money for a large transaction, generally there is a kind of security or collateral is provided. It could be a house or a car or even a business as the security for the implementation of the transaction. But now there is the evolution, and these transactions are secured by crypto capital through smart contracts, because through blockchain technology, there is the detailed conditions, terms and conditions, which are automatically met, irrespective of the reputation of any other, of any will of any party. As soon as the smart contract is written down and it is in effect, it will be implemented irrespective of any force majeure. And this is an important aspect to consider. Today, we will discuss other options for the use application of smart contracts. But please note that on blockchain, has its own guarantees, its own currency, and that is token. And here, not fiat money or digital money is used on blockchain. Everything is done through digital assets as tokens, and digital guarantees secured by these tokens. And these tokens will include CRU, World CRU, UNTB, and USDU. These are the tokens that will back smart contracts. Look, there is an example. I went to Europe with some USD in my purse, and actually I'm used to taking US dollars there and making payments. But when I came to Europe, I faced that my US dollars are not accepted everywhere. So someone is giving me a hint that in Europe, euro is the currency. And yes, that's right. I agree with you that in Europe, most frequently they use euro. We were quite surprised. So I have my US dollars, but they could not be used. Why I'm saying this? And someone even writes down that it's difficult to use US dollars in Europe. Look, in every country has its own peculiarity. I believe if you go to the US, euro could not be used there widely.
And there are two, most popular currencies like euro, dollar. There is also British pounds, and there are other currencies as well. But at the same time, depending on where we go or where we travel to, they use their own currency and their own rules. And similarly, on blockchain, if we want to use the smart contracts, including digital guarantees, it is very important to understand that blockchain has its own currency, and tokens are such currency. I hope you do agree with that. And because that's how it works. This is the rules. And let's now see how we can use digital guarantees on a very simple example, like a rental of an apartment. Because I know there are lots of people out there who in lockdown situation realized that it would be good to have some, apartment or a house to live in additional or rent it. So let's see how digital guarantees can work with renting an apartment or a house, but not only renting, we'll look into other examples as well. So what is the advantage for people who want to rent an apartment? And in the near future, digital guarantees will be available across the entire world. So what kind of opportunities you're gonna get? You can use your tokens as collateral. Currently, such tokens as CRUs, UNTB, USDU, and WCRUs. Part of those tokens yields an income that you can use to pay your rent. Who can tell me in the chat what kind of tokens yield an income already? Give me the two tokens that yield an income. Write it in the chat, please. Okay. World CRU, UNTB, what other? tokens we have. Just give me a second. I will read what you wrote. People saying USDU, World CRU, UNTBs. Okay, there are lots of different options. Guys, what kind of tokens already yield an income? USDUs do not yield an income. It is income. But there are some correct answers. CRU and WCRUs yield an income. Well, UNTBs also can yield an income, but you need to know how to do it. But the two tokens I was talking about are CRUs and WCRUs. So imagine you rent an apartment and use your tokens as collateral. Well, how it's going to work? You sign a smart contract with the landlord, and it gives you a guarantee of the performance of the contract by both parties. And this is what matters. Second, you can leave as collateral the amount of tokens defined either by software or by digital manager. So you will decide also what kind of tokens you want to use as collateral, but at the same time, there will be a piece of software which will tell you how many tokens need to be collateralized for the deal. But at the end, those tokens will be frozen on the blockchain through the smart contracts. And even though frozen, those tokens will still yield you an income. I'm talking about CRUs and WCRUs. And you can take that income and dispose of it in any way you want. And you can use the income to pay for your rent, either in full or in part. So you will be making even a profit out of it. Another thing that I wanted to point out, that there is a big chance that the tokens price will be growing, because the demand for those tokens, because of the digital guarantees, will be growing as well, because there will be partner companies willing to buy those tokens. And with the increased demand, the price will increase as well. And the return on investment or the profitability of those tokens will increase too. And those smart contracts will be revised every half a year, for example, to see whether you need to reduce the number of tokens you used as collateral. Imagine you used a certain amount of tokens as collateral, and half a year later, their price has increased. Therefore, you can release part of your tokens because they are already more expensive than they used to be. And most probably in the near future, you will be able even to buy an apartment in this way, not at once, not immediately, but eventually, gradually. So what other advantages out there for landlords? For example, the first advantage for the landlord is the new way of payment. And with the new method of payment, we have new clients. And this is quite a serious competitive advantage. If you see a niche in the market with clients in it, most probably you can be the first to use that opportunity. And those clients will go to those people who are willing to provide such services. And therefore, you as a business owner can have more clients. And then the second one advantage for the landlord is the guarantee of compensation if damage is inflicted on the property. Sometimes the tenants can leave the apartment, take all of their things away, and then you come to that apartment and see that the apartment is damaged or things have been stolen. And in this case, the landlord will still have certain tokens as collateral and can claim those tokens. And also the tokens grow in price. And if those landlords take part of the payment in tokens, then they will be increasing their own capital, their investments. So this is a few words I wanted to say about the advantages. Also, I can give you an example as of a possible, scenarios. You might have noticed that there are a lot of commercial transactions out there that are not really always carried out because one of the parties fails to deliver. So one party delivers and the other one fails. And most often those situations happen in sea transportation, like goods, cargo. And for example, what if the contractual terms are written on the blockchain in the form of a smart contract, which guarantees that both sides of the deal will be performed? Do you think that the parties will be willing to agree to it? So give me a 3 in the chat if you think that the business owners entrepreneurs would be interested in it. Yeah, I can see. Yeah, very often not both ends of the deal are performed, and the smart contract guarantees that they will. And in this case, part of the tokens can be frozen beforehand. And when the deal is executed, then both sides of the deal will receive their reward. You receive your goods and the other party receives their payment or tokens. And if one party decides to cheat, then the other party will still be reimbursed in the form of the collateral, which is in this case crypto assets. And one of the possible development scenarios and maybe you had such experience when someone didn't perform their transactions. And imagine that a company once used the smart contract, saw that it worked, and having bad experience with the traditional way of concluding such transactions, do you think they will opt for the old ways or the new ones? So do you think they will want to use the traditional way of contracting with a chance that the transaction might not go through? Or do you think they will stick to the new one, the smart contracting, knowing for sure that the deal will be completed? Of course, the new one. Thank you very much. And I wanted to tell you one more thing about NDE, is that this company will also provide services both to physical individuals and legal entities. There will be also financial institutions using NDEs and providing such services, and also willing to use all the opportunities offered. And most importantly, it is a completely new niche, which currently will need specialists who know a thing or two about it, specialized people. And NDE is already conducting training on how to execute such transactions and on how it all takes place, and will allow people to get themselves a completely new job, completely new profession, digital manager or digital salesperson, sellers, who will be executing and signing those deals through smart contracts and blockchain. And I'm pretty sure that those people will be always will always have some income coming their way. And I think this profession will be very much in demand, and people who use that opportunity first will be at an advantage. So it's about having a profession that will surely be very much in demand in future. And if you do, you will also have some decent income for it. There is a lot of different services that can be written through a smart contract. For example, with NDE, with a smart contract, you will be able to, for example, track the entire chain. For example, you buy, I don't know, olive oil or sunflower oil. You scan the QR code, and thanks to the blockchain technology, you can see the entire production chain from the farm where the sunflowers or olive trees are grown to the ultimate beneficiary. So you can track the entire production and supply chain. It will be easily traceable, which eliminates the chance of forgery or fake counterfeit products. So this is another way of applying smart contracts. You will be sure that you are buying organic or natural products, and you can be sure that the country of origin written on the label is the real country of origin, and not and it's not a counterfeit product. Because I know there are a lot of countries that are engaged in counterfeiting, but we all want to buy what we see on the label, right, in the product description. We don't want to be buying some counterfeited products. So what else NDE provides? It will ensure the increase in demand and price of Cryptounit and WCRU tokens, because both physical individuals and legal entities will be willing to use that, will be able to use that. And when other people see that there is a way of making a transaction in the guaranteed ways, of course, they will be willing to participate in it as well, which will ensure demand. So, and when there is a huge demand for tokens, they are removed from the circulation, because you use tokens as collateral, and they are frozen, hence removed from the circulation. And then if there is a demand for tokens, other people will be willing to buy them, removing even more tokens from the circulation, thus creating a deficit. And as we know, products in deficit already or usually have a high price. So hopefully you now know what ND more or less is all about, and the smart contracting. And I recommend you attend the webinars dedicated specifically to digital guarantees held by Emanuele Baroni. And I very much like the way he conducts webinars, and I already purchased the digital guarantee license myself, and now I'm waiting. I think in 1 or 2 weeks, we will be able to start receiving the training itself to see how it all works and start using it, because the Italians, well done, they came up with this idea and they implemented this idea, which is quite popular. And now we will start using it and deploying it across the entire world. Let's go to the next slide. Thank you very much. So the next company is Global UnitPay, online payment service. And it is a unique payment instrument. And I'm not using unique, I'm not just saying it, because this platform combines two worlds: fiat money, payments in fiat money like euros, dollars, rubles, yens, pounds, many other currencies, and it's also crypto world. So this service has the best of two worlds. Let's go to the next slide. So this is an advanced blockchain-based platform with additional features, providing the most comprehensive and technically advanced set of services for B2B, B2C, C2C financial transactions. So B2B, it's business to business, then business to client, and client to client, or customer to customer. So also we can see that we have Sofit here, a Swiss company, which is our supervising organization, the supervising organization of the Global UnitPay, because Global UnitPay is an authorized member of Sofit, which is a self-regulating organization. So who is waiting for the bank cards of Global UnitPay? Give me a 2 in the chat. Yes, I'm waiting for the bank cards myself, because they will provide quite a lot of opportunities. So for example, Global UnitPay for physical individuals allow you to have personal IBAN accounts. And this company is part of the global investment portfolio. Also, it is connected to the blockchain Cryptounit. So it will accept USDU. And it's also be commission-free internal transfers. I think this is quite a wonderful opportunity. Also, Global UnitPay allows you to order virtual cards, physical MasterCard prepaid cards, and also it's a free crypto fiat exchange. But you can familiarize with all the features on their website. Let me say a few words about the crypto fiat exchange or gateway. In other words, you can decide yourself what currency you would like to use in the terminal. If you have fiat money on your balance, you use fiat money. If all of a sudden you want to pay for something from your crypto account, you can do it from your crypto account, and then the payment will be made in crypto for goods and services. And also you can freely move money around commission-free within the system. For legal entities, it is very an opportunity to get business IBAN accounts It's internet acquiring with crypto fiat processing. And for many companies, this is quite important. Also, it's the opportunity to have your own branded cards. Well, this feature will be available for big corporations, and it's going to be quite a big deal, you know, for companies being able to order branded cards. It's API integration, depositing, and withdrawal of funds. So those are the opportunities offered by Global Unit Pay. Well, truth be told, it's a big trend right now. And you might have heard that Global Unit Pay is going to be one of the major sponsors at this very popular event of Crypto Expo in Dubai. And this is where the world will see all the opportunities. And because it is very important for both for people to be able to have the crypto fiat processing, because this is what the world is moving to. And there are very few and far in between such companies that provide such features, which are quite in demand. Also, as I said, yes, Global Unit Pay will be the main sponsor of Crypto Expo Dubai. There will be also UGPay Group, Cryptounit blockchain, and also Andrei Khavratov will be speaking at that expo, who is the CEO of UGPay Group, and he will be telling the audience about the opportunities of Global Unit Pay, UGPay Group, and about the new economic evolution of the world. We are all waiting for this event. Hopefully, I'll be able to visit it too. And I will be glad to see you there as well. Well, another important topic is that one of the partners whom blockchain crypto unit has is the Academy of Private Investors. And I think the name itself speaks for itself. The name speaks for itself. That it's about finance. Let's go to the next slide. Thank you. Also, it is important that the Academy of Private Investors very soon, on the 15th of September, is going to celebrate its 10th anniversary. In the first 4 years of the existence of the Academy, 100,000 people took the its trainings. Now we have 1.6 million students. And those courses, they provide financial literacy and financial and investment-driven thinking. Well, they are aimed at adults mostly, but there are training materials for all ages. It's about bringing to life the new economic evolution of the world. based on the participation of each person in the activities of these companies, the services of which they use. And it is about creating 1 million people able to create over a capital of over $1 million. It might seem ambitious, but it is truly realistic. So, you know, when they say that if you come with money and experience, if you come with experience, you might leave with both money and experience. And the Academy provides both theory and practice. There is a very wide spectrum of financial courses. Currently, the priority courses are the investment consultant and professional investor courses. By the way, I've taken this course already, and you will be able to be tested and receive the certificate of the local regulator as an investment consultant, which allows you to work in the investment world. There are many such courses. And you can use it for your own advantage, and you can make a profession out of it. Because, as you know, there won't be too many professions left after the automation and robotization kicks in. But such a profession as professional investor will always be in demand, and being able to manage your capital is always relevant. Therefore, investment consultants and professional investors are always and will always be popular. And also, API produced a game-based training, Genius of Finance. I myself is the certified host of Genius of Finance because it's a training device, training instrument that allows you not only to receive knowledge, but also to apply it in the game form. But when you do play the game, it seems to you like you are doing something real, doing it in real life. So you'll be able, to play the game with people you know and people you don't know, but it doesn't matter. But you will learn quite a lot of different strategies. You'll learn what to do, what not to do. And it's already a good training ground for you to learn to make money. And I assure you, when you start playing this game, you will have lots of different financial ideas, and you also see how you can implement those ideas in your real life. It's like pumping your financial brains, So I do recommend you play this game. Also, I wanted to say that the Academy of Private Investors is not directly related to the tokens of Cryptounit blockchain. But then you would ask why it is shown as a partner. Oh, it is a partner because blockchain is a very trendy topic, and the blockchain economy, and the API provides that knowledge too, in addition to other financial investment knowledge. And blockchain is not an exception. So blockchain and crypto economy is part of its curriculum. And there are people who have tokens on Cryptounit blockchain and do trading, and they would like to learn more how to both trade and expand their financial opportunities. And it all comes down to knowledge. And the place where they can get that knowledge is the Academy. You see, the students of the academy can learn new topics, it can be about the blockchain, Cryptounit blockchain itself or its partners, but also the partners who come from other companies such as Global UnitPay, Digital Guarantees, UnitEx, CRU, WCRU holders. They could be interested not only in how to hold those resources, assets, but also how to preserve and multiply them and expand their personal portfolio. And this is where the Academy of Private Investor is of help with its knowledge and professional courses. Therefore, please pay attention to it. The knowledge that you apply in life that you will be able to apply in life will be of big value to you, and you will be able to be surrounded by people who made this who made this business their life, you know. That's why the Academy of Private Investor is a blockchain, Cryptounit blockchain partner. Well, dear friends, I wanted to tell you something more about other types of partnership with Cryptounit blockchain, and let's see what those partnerships are. Let's go to the next slide. We've covered that already. So there are 4 areas of new token creation. So the first type of tokens are tokens owned 100% by the global investment portfolio. For example, one of such tokens can be for example, the global investment portfolio received a profit, and UGPay Group decided to invest in real estate. It purchased some land and wants to build a residential house or a hotel. So in this case, it can issue security or utility tokens, and they will be owned by UGPay Group 100% and can be sold through the back office of UGPay Group, be on Cryptounit blockchain, and be traded on UnitEx after defreezing. So please give me 3 in the chat if you understand the scheme here in the first token. So this first type of tokens is the current and future global investment portfolio partner tokens. We're talking about partners here who might find it useful for them to become part of the global investment portfolio and receive like a turnkey business for them. And those companies who would like to receive the funding and demand for their tokens, you know, and have the full support from the token creation to the token release into the world, such companies are given this opportunity as well, and they can be issued on Cryptounit blockchain, and very soon we will see new tokens released. And one of such tokens that we're waiting for is UGain token. It's the token of the platform UGain. And there may be many such companies like Basalt Technology, Gold Mining Token, and many other partners that are included in the global portfolio.
Well, next dimension is the following. There are enterprises with their own business, or they would like to set up the business, and they understand that accounting in future or current accounting should be done in a digital way. So, digital accounting and record keeping of their assets, and it's important to transit to blockchain as well. And today, there is active transition of companies to blockchain tokenization of their assets. So they issue their tokens through their business account. Cryptounit blockchain will offer a lot of businesses this opportunity to issue their tokens on Cryptounit blockchain with the forthcoming support through global UnitPay payment system. And they will get access to UNITEX exchange. So it will attract a lot of businesses as this is a comprehensive solution. And in this set, in this complex provided, companies will be able to issue their own tokens and tokens of individuals or family tokens. One of such areas or dimensions that could be quite popular in the future is that tokens will not be issued only by enterprises, but by individuals or households or families, as they may give some value to be manifested in tokens. And now we will in detail look at the two of these dimensions. I believe it's more or less clear about the first two, whereas the remaining two we will discuss in more detail. And the fourth prospect, so we will detail aspects 2 and 3, and the fourth one will be postponed for later sessions. Well, advantages of partnerships between companies and consumers with global investment portfolio. There are 3 groups. The first group is for businesses, companies, those companies that would like to set up partnership with global investment portfolio. They may get funding to implement or develop their project. They could be existing projects or those projects that will be created. They could be implemented with the help of the global investment portfolio. And accordingly, you can get a ready-made scheme for their implementation, turnkey scheme. When you come into partnership and get the full solution from funding to final implementation. And you can share the risks with the reliable, credible partner, because you know there are a lot of factors of support provided, and you provide the support, and when it is a turnkey solution, then it is less risky rather than you are on the market alone, you enter the market alone and start implementing the projects from scratch. And what are the advantages for the global investment portfolio? This is another instrument in the portfolio, because the more business instruments we have in the portfolio, the more reliable and solid it is. So this is the co-ownership of the business in the business that is a part of the investment portfolio, and these are the dividends generated and capitalization increase. What are the advantages of community members? This is a quick access to new products of new companies. These people, partners, are the first to learn everything. And this is a possibility to take part in pre-sales. And we've heard that from Ivan Paluyanchik, the host of the first session. He said that this is one type of income when at early stages you may become a co-owner of a token or the owner of the digital shares that will be issued, which means that their value may increase. Well, in a similar way, if these tokens, they are security tokens, they are tokens of digital shares, they will generate dividends, as this is one of the conditions for the partnership with global investment portfolio. So they will generate dividends to the holders of these tokens. Well, hopefully you agree with me that these are those benefits, win-win benefits for each of the three parties. If you agree, please give me 5 in the chat box. Thank you, Samor. And now let us have a look at some other things of how it will be executed. What are the terms and conditions to set up partnerships? The first condition is to take, please note that the terms and conditions to set up partnership with the global investment portfolio, that is dimension 2 out of the 4. First of all, to take the training course professional investor plus investment manager. Why is this condition included? The company understands that it would like to cooperate with professionals, and these training courses include very important, significant information about the right way to manage your personal finance and corporate finance for the companies, and those managers that will be entering the global investment portfolio, they can be not newcomers in the business, but they must understand how to develop their company. Therefore, one of the conditions set is to take this special training course. The second condition is to buy WCRU in the amount of 5 to 20% of the investments the company would like to raise. To say, if the company would like to get funding from us and the full package of support, it must buy WCRU in the amount of 5 to 20% of the investment amount it would like to raise. This is another important condition which will drive the demand for WCRU tokens. Hopefully you understand this. The third condition is business account on Cryptounit blockchain. So to create a business account on Cryptounit blockchain, these are not accounts of individuals. The capacity of the wallet will be higher, and they will require more UNTBs to operate their wallets, as there will be smart contracts executed, and they will issue the tokens, and therefore the capacity of blockchain should be higher. And this is another element that will drive demand for UNTB. The next condition is to buy CRU tokens to lock in for the period of cooperation. but not less than 5 years. Well, depending on the price of CRU tokens, those companies who would like to be our partners, it's important for them to buy the CRU tokens and freeze them. And this, as the company UGPay Group AG understands, when it cooperates with other partner companies and when they buy out some tokens and freeze them for at least 5 years plus, then over this time business develops, and in case there is any force majeure, the company keeps CRU tokens that, as we know, will increase in their value as there will be a higher demand created. And we see that in these three conditions provide for the use of 3 tokens. And there will be additional purchases, and therefore I believe that there will be an increased demand for USDU as well. And the global investment portfolio's share of the project will range from 55 to 75%. This percentage depends on what the partner company has. If this company is a new company, startup company, quite likely it needs support, legal support, or any other services. So depending on additional services provided to this business as the turnkey solution, it will impact the share of the global investment portfolio in this new project. But what will the company get in return? We will discuss it as well. Next slide, please.
Here we can see that there are certain trends in the market, and we hear more and more news that in many countries, including my country, laws on digital assets are being adopted, and it means that many countries are going to issue their own national tokens, the national currency tokens, which will be issued on blockchain. And a lot of state organizations and companies will be using blockchain and blockchain economy. And we see that the Cryptounit blockchain has everything in one place, all the necessary things in one place, which makes it quite competitive. Let's go to the next slide. Thanks to smart contracts and other tools, and here, by the way, we're talking about the advantages for partners who are going to join us, but also the advantages for companies that will simply want to issue their tokens without entering the global investment portfolio. Just issue their tokens using Cryptounit blockchain. So what will be important for them here? It is an opportunity to access a ready platform, which is cheaper than creating your own. There is an already inbuilt mechanism for smart contracts, which is very good for businesses. There is an opportunity to list your token on UNITEX exchange. Fee-free transfers are available because we remember that the fee on the blockchain is 0 per transaction. The blockchain Cryptounit provides an information creation and processing rate of 20,000 transactions per second. we see that the Cryptounit blockchain has more than 900,000 accounts, and it is possible to confirm all those transactions with documents. In terms of business, it is a huge advantage, the last two item points, because we have a large community of people of 900,000 accounts who are already owners of various tokens. So they might be interested in buying new tokens issued on that blockchain, especially if those tokens have the white paper, well, the document that will describe it all. So dear friends, can I ask you, do you want to learn everything before a project is launched? Give me a one in the chat if you want to have some close information before the official information is launched. Yes, I think it's a very good thing to be first in everything, like knowing information, being able to analyze that information, and be able to purchase something before others. It's all possible with Cryptounit blockchain. And some people might ask why it says 900,000 plus accounts. And this is how many wallets are registered on the blockchain. And more people open new accounts. And this is what we're going to talk about. Next slide. Yes. We have one more partner company, Evorich, which stands for Evolution of Riches. It really sounds great, I think, and it provides awesome opportunities for lots of people to evolve and create their wealth. So let's go to the next slide. Thank you. So Evorich is a holistic ecosystem that provides partners with exclusive tools for active and passive income generation based on the principles of multi-level crowd investing. Partnership with Evorich provides the opportunity to participate in all of the ecosystem's projects without exception. The number of projects on the platform is continuously growing, and as a consequence, investment and business opportunities are increasing. And that's what we've discussed with you, dear ladies and gentlemen. There are lots of businesses already on board, and all the favorable conditions have been created for their growth and development. And Evorich is a combination of traditional business methods, investment and partnership program in the MLCI model, with the goal of creating a society of progressive and wealthy people. Because if you join the Evorich community, you will be the first to learn about the opportunities that the community, that the society offers. You will learn more about the global investment portfolio, of all the projects in it. You will learn financial literacy, and Evorich company has also its own professional training for people who would like not only to make passive but also active income, and would like to create wonderful investment portfolios through active actions, making money through partnership programs, and work with different companies through Evorich. By receiving partnership remuneration, it's a chance to become co-owners in different businesses and acquire new professions and new instruments to generate income. There is a wonderful compensation plan here and the opportunity for a very decent income. And I'm very glad that today this company enables more than 1.5 million people to improve considerably the quality of their life by sharing the information about the global information portfolio, become a team leader, create their own teams, and become wealthier. Let's go to the next slide. And please pay attention that here we have a very good combination of people and business. People who know about such projects and projects to come, they are the first to know about them. And well, they are able to learn more about it. And when they learn more about them, they will be able to earn more and more. And also, there is a business created for people. And thanks to this community, we can see that it's a happy marriage between people and business, because the most precious product in the world, by the way, what do you think is the most precious product in the world? Please tell me. What is the most valuable product in the world? Someone says time. Well, I must agree, time, yes. Someone says people, knowledge. Well, I agree with all of you guys, but commercially is consumers. So imagine you have money to set up a store. You open that store and now you're waiting for clients, consumers. And no matter how good your business or store is, if it doesn't have prospects or real clients, then this business will die out. So your investment in that store might not be paid back. So clients are very, very important. And people who are here, they are both promoters and clients, and some of them are creating businesses of their own, share information, and also receive commission, remuneration for working within the partnership program, affiliate program. It's a wonderful opportunity through Evorich community. Let's go to the next slide. And one of the most important goals of the Evorich community is the implementation of the new economic evolution of the world, which is to provide financial education to at least 15% of the world population, and also the opportunity not only to be the consumers of goods and services, but also co-owners, I repeat, co-owners of the businesses and tools and profit from them. In many companies, you can be a VIP client, you can enjoy good discounts, etc. But very seldom you get the chance of becoming a co-owner of that company, especially at the early stage. And this is what the new economic evolution of the world is aiming for. Let's go to the next slide. And in here, we have the fundamental principles of new economic evolution of the world. You can be both the consumer, co-owner, and business person, business professional. So imagine you are a co-owner in the jewelry brand. Of course, if you want to buy jewelry, you will go to a store that you co-own. If you co-own a hotel, are you gonna stay in a hotel that has nothing to do with you? Or are you going to a hotel which you partly co-own? You go, stay there, and receive dividend income from your staying in that hotel. Co-owner sounds really cool. So it's very good when you have a chance to be both a consumer and a co-owner. and there are lots of different products and services in new ecosystem. And of course, it also provides wonderful business opportunities for business professionals, for people who have this entrepreneurial spirit in them, people who would like to create useful products and services, and they want to sell them. And not always they have this chance, especially in our currently saturated world saturated with products and services. And not always people have enough money to launch their own business. And if they join through the global investment portfolio, if you join through the global investment portfolio, you can become part of the new economic evolution world and implement one of the most ambitious goals, business goals, product goals, and the ecosystem will help you with that. I think this is really cool opportunity, especially because it is implemented on a blockchain. And there are periods when everything is changing in the world. Some opportunities close, others open. And there was a period when the internet market started, and that's where lots of new projects were launched. There was a period when Silicon Valleys were set up, social media messengers. And now it's a period when blockchain industry is developing. And I think that from our course, you realized that blockchain industry is not only about cryptocurrency, it's a whole ecosystem that provides huge opportunities and allows us to expand the economy. And when now you know it and start applying it, it will give you a wide set of instruments to receive income, because those who have the information first always get an advantage. So let's go to the next slide. Thank you. And the main tools for the implementation of NEEW are as follows. Those are flagship companies: the Academy of Private Investors, that provides financial and investment education, personal development, an opportunity to live in the flow of the rich people, and understanding the laws of finance and investing. It's Evorich community with the MLCI Global Business, participation in all the ecosystem projects, creating multiple sources of income and developing leadership and business building skills. And also its cooperation with UGPay Group, which allows people to be co-owners of the global investment portfolio, participate in the distribution of profits, and creating assets for generations to come. And again, if you are co-owner in the global investment portfolio, you get the chance to participate in the profits allocation. So by using these three tools for implementing the new economic evolution of the world with the use of the blockchain, you get the biggest income generating possibilities, multiple sources of income. Thank you very much for your attention. This is it. I hope that the topic that we delivered, the materials that we delivered over the current and previous sessions, were valuable to you. And we just wanted to make you understand how blockchain industry can change the world. And now I hope you know that the world is changing and you can change with it, and leverage the opportunities that the changing world has to offer. Very good. Thank you very much for your feedback. And let me remind you that for all those who listened to our entire course or will have listened our entire course, have a chance to get a gift. You can test your knowledge to test how well you receive the knowledge and material, because I enjoy testing, you know, to see whether I learned. And then also you can get tokens as a gift for taking the test. So let's take a look at the terms and conditions of testing. Okay. So the conditions are quite simple. First, I will tell you about the conditions for non-registered users and then registered. For non-registered users, you have to register with the UGPay Group, go through the verification in your account. It's an important condition because security tokens are digital shares and therefore you have to be verified. This is a requirement. Next is from the 5th to the 24th of August, 5 to 24 of August 2021, you will have to pay 10 units or more in the back office to purchase WCRUs. So pay attention, WCRUs, because WCRUs give you an opportunity to co-own the global investment portfolio and hence income and capital gains. So you can decide yourself for what amount you would like to make a purchase, but this purchase will allow you to create a crypto wallet on Cryptounit blockchain, because immediately after you make a purchase in UGPay Group, you will see a button generate a blockchain wallet on Cryptounit blockchain. You can go to that blockchain wallet and you can see the WCRUs that you purchased. And if you stake them, you will start receiving UNTBs as a reward. And then from our presentation, I guess you already realized that there are multiple sources of income. Please use them. But I know that we are being listened by a big number of registered users. You also can take the test and participate in the gift receiving. For that, you need to make a small step. From the 5th to the 24th of August 2021, you have to make a $10 plus purchase of WCRUs. Well, sometimes I say units, sometimes I say dollars, but it's the same. So you make a $10 plus purchase of WCRU tokens, which will allow you to take the test. And if you score more than 75% of correct answers, you get a gift, an opportunity to get a gift by meeting those simple conditions. Let's see what kind of conditions are out there. Next slide, please. Or kind of gifts are out there. Let's go to the next slide. The main prize, I'd say the second best prize, because the main prize of our entire blockchain course is the knowledge, of course. And the second best prize is a very cool gift of 10,000 UNTBs to your wallet and discounts on company products. So those of you who receive a score of 75% or more will receive gifts and discounts. Let's go to the next slide. What kind of discounts? Yes, you have to buy within that period that I mentioned to participate in this promotion. The purchase needs to be made from the 5th of August to the 24th of August 2021 to be able to receive the gift that we just told you about. So if you feel meet those simple conditions and take the test with a 100% score, no matter in what country you do it, you will get 10,000 UNTBs. We already took that test, our team. Some people already took the test and had a score of 100%, but of course they can't participate in this contest. But please be careful, because lots of tips and answers can be found on the slide, and some of them you'll have to simply remember, but I'm sure it will be very easy for you to receive those gifts. So those of you who meet the conditions and pass the test, like you'll be the second or the third to pass the test with 100% score. You still get additional prizes like discounts on the API's products. For example, those who fulfill the conditions and pass the test with 90% receive 35 UNTBs, and those who pass the test with 75% receive 20 UNTBs, and everyone who passes the test by more than 75% gets a 20% discount on Private Investors Academy products using a promo code valid until the 30th September. Discounts do not add up though, because right now we have a parade of discounts, and you can use any product which is not discounted currently. So you can get your own personal discount after taking the test with a score of 75% or more. Subject to meeting previous conditions, you can get a 20% discount on non-discounted projects. So please try to use it before the 30th of September. Let's go to the next slide. And as I said, yes, the most valuable gift is the gift of knowledge that you gained at this course. Knowledge that is easily applied and can generate income for you. Let's go to the next slide. Next slide, please. So, dear friends, I hope that your time with us was interesting for you. It really flew by, and hopefully over that time you received very valuable knowledge, possibly increased your knowledge, not only in blockchain, but in the economy of finance in general. Could you please tell me if, I would like to see if you are interested, would you like to share the same knowledge with your partners? Maybe you would like to have such a course for your partners. Maybe some of your friends do not have that knowledge yet, but you think that some of your friends might be interested. So give me please a 3 in the chat if you know such people for whom such a course would be valuable. Yes, I see your feedback. Thank you very much. It's very important for us to have this feedback, because as you already know, lots of people have never even heard the word blockchain, but you, dear friends, now not only heard about it, but also know how it works and the opportunities it offers. And the biggest value is that you can share this information too. And very soon we will learn about the continuation of it next week. And we're going to set the time when and the day there will be one more session, like a summary session. I think you have lots of questions. I think we can take 10 minutes to answer some of them. But next session will be a Q&A session. Maybe you have some unanswered questions related to blockchain. And our team will gladly collect those questions and answer them. So wait for the announcement, okay? Thank you very much for your attention. Let's see if you have any questions. And also, I would like to express my gratitude to the entire team that worked on the creation of that course, speakers and interpreters and translators, lots of people working behind the scenes. And of course, I'm very, very grateful to the creators and managers of the global investment portfolio. And thanks to them, we not only know about blockchain, but also co-owners of very valuable tokens. We understand their value and we multiply our capital. Thank you very much for that. And I would like to, yes, again, thank our translators and interpreters. And I guess this is time to wrap up. So guys, again, there will be a Q&A session next session. So we will be able to collect your questions and answer them. And guys, the questions should be blockchain related, course related, okay? So digital guarantee is a different project. Someone asks, how can we get our private key? Could you please specify what private key means? It means the second key. If you just created your blockchain since the start of blockchain, and Cryptounit is young. It was launched in February 2021. Then for the first 2 months, we didn't have that private key long one. Only seed phrase was used. But you will learn more next session. See if you can generate your own private key. But those who join the blockchain right now, you can get both the private key and the seed phrase, okay? But we'll see whether the old timers can get their own private key as well. So as for the timing of the test, keep track of the news. It will be published in the back office, okay? The news about the exam will be published in the back office. So on the 22nd of August, 1500 hours Moscow time, there will be an opportunity to start the test in the back office. So it is a Sunday. We specifically decided for it to be on Sunday as a day off for people, and 3 p.m. Moscow time, which should be more or less convenient for all the inhabitants of the planet Earth. So I guess this is a time where most people are awake. We specifically chose that time for you to start the test and maybe become first. So the first test, the test will be launched on the 22nd of August, 3 p.m. Moscow time. And also, please pay attention that for you to be able to take that test, you need to have a login when you register your back office. I'm speaking to our new partners here. You need to have a Gmail account because the test will be on a Google account. And so you will add your name, last name, login, and email. And there will be more news about the test in the back office. And the tests will be in all the languages, which many tests, many questions have been already translated, and it will be, we'll tell you in which back office it's going to be. Most probably it's going to be UGPay Group, but please wait for the news. You will be able to take the test only once. So be careful, okay? It's gonna be 61 questions. So I think half an hour, 40 minutes. If you take half an hour, 40 minutes to rewatch our course, take notes, then I'm sure you will easily score 75% plus. But you can score even higher, like 100%, I'm sure. And you won't get the answer right away. If there are no questions, then thank you for your attention, and thank you for being with us. Again, thank you, thank you, thank you. Bye-bye.